Everyone, let's get started. We have our February 12th, 2025 board meeting. Thanks everyone for your flexibility on the start time. Hopefully you all who are here in person didn't have any problems on the roads and were able to get here safely. And then those of you watching online, hopefully you are also staying safe. Okay, if you could rise for the flag salute. Yeah, great.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Madam Secretary, will you please read public notice?
Good morning. Adequate public notice has been given pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice has been posted at the board's office and website, and emailed to the Department of State and to newspapers of board circulation within the state.
Thank you. And can we have a roll call?
Commissioner Christo DeLue?
Here.
Commissioner Abdul?
Here.
Commissioner Baines?
Here.
And President Gul-Sagobi.
Here. Thank you. And when is our next public meeting?
The next regular board meeting will be held on Wednesday, March 19, 2025. It will be a hybrid meeting in person at the board hearing room at 44 South Penn Avenue, Trenton, in live stream via YouTube.
All right. We do have an executive session today and then a few opening remarks from me. I do just want to ask, because we have two commissioners on the line, if when you're speaking, staff, if you could just make sure you're speaking loudly so everyone can hear. And commissioners, if you could also make sure you're speaking loudly so that we can all hear. Okay. Just want to do a few acknowledgments and then open up to my colleagues. So first, just starting with the announcement on last week's offshore wind for solicitation. You know, it really was not a retreat from offshore wind. It was about being responsible and our ability to move forward with the for solicitation. The administration, the governor, myself are 100% committed to the 100% clean energy goal, and we're not giving up on offshore wind being part of that goal. It's really not just about developing offshore wind for getting turbines in the water and providing clean energy, which of course is critically important. But we want to make sure that we are embracing the transformational opportunity that New Jersey can have by developing offshore wind. It's about job growth, it's about economic development, infrastructure, not just about getting the turbines in the water. It's about workers and businesses who will benefit from a brand new industry coming to New Jersey, particularly South Jersey. So no, we have not given up on that possibility for New Jersey. And as importantly, it's about meeting our state's energy needs, which we know are rising, not just in New Jersey, but around the entire country. And as a result, prices are increasing. And so we need to build more generation capacity in New Jersey. We want offshore wind to be part of that capacity. We want that capacity to be clean. That's good for the ratepayer, it's good for the state, it's good for the environment. And so, you know, this is obviously an uncertain time on some of these issues, particularly in the offshore wind industry. But what really is certain is that we are supportive of clean energy and getting to our 100% clean energy goals. And we want to make sure that offshore wind is part of that. So, want that on that. A couple other acknowledgements. This is Black History Month, and it's an important month to recognize the historical and cultural contributions of African Americans who have helped shape our state and our nation. At the BPU, we honor our staff whose dedication and hard work have a meaningful impact in state government and the communities we serve. Oftentimes, I try to highlight an important contribution during these months. So I want to highlight a former resident of New Jersey, Mr. Meredith Bourdin. He was born in Newark in 1929. He earned the silver medal in the long jump at the 1952 Olympic Games. That same year, he earned his first degree in engineering, and in 1960 earned his PhD in engineering from Caltech. He worked as a rocket scientist and founded a multi-million-dollar company, Bourdin Systems, in Livingston, New Jersey, which was the home of our former president. And in total, he was granted over 30 patents, many of them in air filtration and electrogas dynamics. So just want to acknowledge that important New Jerseyan, African-American New Jerseyan, and his contributions at this time, which is a great segue to it being Engineers Week. We at the BPU have several engineers working here. Some of them are in this room today. And so we want to acknowledge the engineers at the BPU and throughout New Jersey for your expertise working to benefit the state. So acknowledging Engineers Week. Of course, Valentine's Day is Friday. I think there might be a parade on Friday as well, perhaps. Is there a parade somewhere? Eagles parade?
Might be.
Yeah, might be. Okay. Yes. So happy Valentine's Day, and then President's Day is Monday. So such an important holiday to have such one. Okay, a couple more things. We have 2 utility assistance days coming up. One is next week in Toms River. One is next month, March 19th, in Warren County and Phillipsburg. The one next week is February 19th. And so we encourage people to come out and get help with their utility assistance applications. And then one final thing, but is he not here? Mike is not here. Okay, sadly, Mike Hammer is not here for me to acknowledge his retirement. Mike, even though he's not here in this moment, I think it's important that we recognize him because he contributed 43 years of service to the board, and he is retiring on February 28th. And so we will miss him, and if you get a chance, please send him a note congratulating him and thanking him for his service. I think that is it for me. That is a lot for my usual opening, Commissioner.
That was a great opening, Madam President. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for coming on a very difficult travel day. But to the President's point, it is not if, but when we transition to renewable energy. Clean energy will be a reality in New Jersey. We just don't know exactly when, but we will lead the way for the country and for the world. There's no doubt in my mind, and there shouldn't be any doubt in any of our minds, that clean energy is the golden goose. We need to find clean, renewable energy that provides us with the energy security, the national security at affordable prices, which will propel our nation for the next 100 years. So I'm very confident that we will continue to play a very valuable role in that transition. So I want to encourage you all to keep up the good work. It will absolutely be a reality. Additionally, yes, the Eagles did great. As a North Jersey guy, I have very mixed feelings on that, but I am pretty happy for them. Not as happy as I would have been if the Giants had won again, but they played a great game, and I got to tell you something. If defense means anything, that was an education. That's how you do it. It was an amazing, amazing defensive effort they had, and Hurts was just an amazing quarterback on it. So that was great to watch. Happy to bring it back to the Northeast. And on a more somber note, with Mike Hammer leading us after 43 years, he has meant so much to this organization and to this institution. I don't think we could put into words what he's done for 43 years and what he's meant to all of us and to the state. So, Mike, I hope you're listening. I'm sure we'll see you before you go, and we'll stay in touch in the future. I just want to thank you on behalf of all of us for your dedication and selflessness for the last 4+ decades, which is truly amazing. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to someone else as well, who has decided to find a similar job with a different institution. Ryan Regan, who has been with us now for 6 or 7 years, has risen to the very top of her craft and is well respected around the PJM footprint and around the country. I can't tell you how many meetings I've been in where her voice has silenced everyone else's, and in her very elegant and soft-spoken way. She speaks to everyone, and they listen. Many of the great things we've done at Oxy, which include some letters recently from various governors to PJM, were her brainchild. Things that she led, efforts that she initiated. So, Ryan, I know your parents might not know exactly what you do. We've spoken about that. Let them know that you're the best. And we thank you very much. We look forward to staying in touch with you and to seeing all the great things you continue to do on behalf of our region. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. It's an interesting day. If you look into the history of it, it's actually kind of fascinating. So I won't get into that now, but if anyone's interested in the historical 4th century priest or bishop, not really too sure which St. Valentine was, nobody is, not just me. happy to talk to you about it. So thank you very much, and look forward to future accomplishments.
Thank you. Any opening remarks from Commissioner Baines or Commissioner Abdu?
None at this time, thank you.
Just a note of appreciation to Mike and Ryan for me and wishing them both all the best.
Thanks. Okay, we have an executive session. We will be discussing 6A, 8C, and 8D. I expect it to take about 20-ish minutes. If I can get the Attorney General's office to explain the justification.
Good morning, President, Commissioners. Items 6A, 6C, and 8C fall under exceptions B7 and B1 of the Open Public Meetings Act found under NJSA 10-4-12.
Great, thank you. Can I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, we'll see you all in there.
Just heard a story about parlay bets.
All right, we're back. Before we get into the consent agenda, we are going to be deferring item 8C to, so let's get started with the consent agenda. And I'm sorry, I think I misspoke and didn't say we had a late starter for executive session, but we did, and we have a late starter for the general session. So can we start with the consent agenda, Madam
Yes.
Secretary?
On consent agenda items 1A, 3A, 3B, and 5A.
So moved?
Second?
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Christodoulou?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Musadovy?
Yes, thank you. Let's go to the regular agenda, starting with Stacy, 2A.
Good afternoon. I don't know when we get to do that. So good afternoon, President Commissioners. On May 31st, 2024, PSE&G filed a petition seeking to decrease its per therm margin adjustment charge, which PSE&G updated throughout the course of the proceeding. Following review of the matter, the parties executed a stipulation resolving all issues, which would allow the company to implement a per therm MAC rate consistent with the updates. As a result of the stipulation, a typical residential gas customer will see a decrease in their monthly bill of approximately 6 cents. Staff recommends the board issue an order approving the stipulation and directing PSE&G to file revised tariffs prior to February 28th.
So moved?
Second?
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Christodoulou?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Musadovy?
Yes, thanks, Stacy. 2B.
On February 1st, 2024, PS filed a petition seeking approval of adjustments to the company's electric conservation incentive program customer class rates to account for potential lost sales revenue stemming from the company's energy efficiency programs. By order dated July 24, 2024, the board approved a provisional stipulation which authorized PSE&G to implement its proposed e-SIP rates subject to refund while the matter remained under review. As a result of that order, a typical residential customer was expected to experience an increase in their average monthly bill of 73 cents. The parties have now completed their review and executed a stipulation which recommends finalizing the provisionally approved rates. As a result of the stipulation, customers will experience no further changes to their monthly bills. Staff recommends the board issue an order approving the stipulation and directing PS to file revised tariffs by February 28th.
So moved?
Second?
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Christodoulou?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Musadovy?
Yes, thanks, Stacy. Again, 5A.
On October 7th, 2024, Middlesex Water Company filed a petition requesting approval to change the levels of its purchased water adjustment clause rates. Following review of the petition and discussions among the parties executed a stipulation resolving the matter. As a result of the stipulation, a typical customer will see a quarterly increase of $1.11. Staff recommends the board approve the stipulation and direct Middlesex to file revised tariffs prior to March 1st.
So moved?
Second?
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Christodoulou?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Musadovy?
Yes, thank you. We'll see you again. Yep. 6A, Frank.
Good afternoon, President, Commissioners. Earlier, in executive session, staff discussed a one-month contract extension for the operator of the one-call damage prevention system, One Call Concepts, beginning March 1st, 2025 and terminating on March 31st, 2025, or when the board awards a new contract pursuant to the current terms and conditions of the contract. Staff recommends the board approve this extension.
So moved?
Second?
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Christodoulou?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Musadovy?
Yes, thanks, Frank. 8A, Dr. Sawyer Morgan.
Getting to me quickly today. Madam President and Commissioners, this agenda item involves the adoption of proposed amendments in the New Jersey Administrative Code, Title 14, Chapter 8, Subchapter 9, which sets forth the rules for the Community Solar Energy Pilot Program, and Subchapter 11, which sets forth the rules for the Successor Solar Incentive Program. The proposed rule amendments will implement the Community Solar Energy Program, which is designed to approve community solar projects up to 5 megawatts and set standards for their operation. The board adopted the initial rule on September 4th, 2024. The notice of proposed substantial changes upon adoption was published in the New Jersey Register at 56 NJR 1948 on October 7th, 2024. The public comment period closed for the notice of proposed substantial changes on December 6th, 2024. Staff recommends the board adopt the proposed rule with non-substantive changes and approve its publication in the New Jersey Register.
Good.
So moved?
Second?
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Recused?
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Gulsadovy.
Yes, thanks. Thanks,
Yeah.
Sawyer. 8B, Kathleen. We're making up time, Kathleen, that's all. Don't worry, don't rush.
Yeah, that's all right. They just moved around the order at some point. It's a good thing I put my check.
They do that to me all the time, too.
It's intentional.
That's
I figured. All good.
I don't need any help, Bob.
I'm still here. All good. Good morning, afternoon, wherever we are now.
I know, crazy. Afternoon.
This matter pertains to the October 23rd, 2024 order adopting the minimum filing requirements requiring the state's investor-owned electric utility companies to file medium and heavy-duty electric vehicle plans. The order requires the ultimate board approval for each of the EDC's medium and heavy-duty plans before any incentive programs or recovery from the same is authorized. On November 7th, 2024, the New Jersey Division of Rate Counsel filed a motion for reconsideration of the October 2024 order, arguing that the board's decision to deem make-ready infrastructure as used and useful before it is actually being utilized by the customer for its intended purpose is incorrect as a matter of law. On November 18th, 2024, PSE&G filed a brief in opposition to the motion, arguing that Rate Counsel's request for reconsideration has no merit and should be rejected on either or both procedural and substantive grounds. Following review of the order and all applicable laws, board staff recommends that the board deny the motion for failure to meet the standards enumerated at NJAC 14:1-8.6 as the essential make-ready infrastructure that is subject to the motion is reasonably calculated to be used and useful in the provision of service. Staff also recommended a partial modification of the October 2024 order to clarify that no utility is permitted to recover costs associated with make-ready investments unless the investments are first deemed used and useful in a future proceeding.
So moved?
Second?
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Gulsadovy.
Yes, thanks, Kathleen. Thank you. 8D, Dr. Stewart.
Good afternoon, Madam President and Commissioners. Rutgers University's Climate and Energy Institute's new Clean Energy Graduate Certificate program seeks to provide master's degree level students with relevant knowledge and skills to enter the professional clean energy workforce. The NJBPU's Division of Clean Energy proposes entering into an MOU between the board and Rutgers University on behalf of its Climate and Energy Institute to commence its inaugural Clean Energy Graduate Certificate program. As discussed in the executive session, staff recommends that the board approve the MOU and authorize the president to execute it.
So moved?
Second?
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Bange?
Yes.
And President Gulsadovy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
8E. David. Sorry, I'm not sure if I have the same order. Everyone's looking very surprised when I say their name, so maybe I have a different order than others.
Just happy to be here.
We're happy to have you.
Good afternoon, Madam President and Commissioners. This matter pertains to the opening of Program Year 4 of the Community Energy Plan Grant Program, or CEPG. The purpose of CEPG is to support municipalities with grants to create localized energy plans aligned with the New Jersey Energy Master Plan. This will be the 4th year of planning grants. The first year had 3 awardees, the second year had 46 awardees, 24 of which were overburdened municipalities, and the third year had 92 awardees, 15 of which were overburdened municipalities. For Program Year 4, staff is proposing to allocate $900,000 in funding from the fiscal year 2025 Clean Energy Program budget to support the next round of grants. Staff is proposing 2 new requirements that grantees must comply with to successfully complete the program. First, all grantees must publish their completed community energy plan on the official municipal website. And second, all grantees must post the final community energy plan on their social media channels. The purpose of these 2 new requirements is to spread awareness of the new community energy plan to residents of those municipalities. With approval, the application window for the 4th program year will tentatively open in spring 2025. Staff recommends that the board approve the establishment of Program Year 4, including the 2 new requirements for grantees.
So moved.
Second?
Thanks, David. I know this is a very popular program with our municipalities, and certainly I think this agency as well. And so we appreciate, giving our municipalities the opportunity to plan for clean energy development and align with the state goals and the energy master plan. So thanks.
Thank you.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue?
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul?
Yes.
Commissioner Page?
Yes.
And President Gossidoni?
Yes, thanks. 8F, Olivia. Hi, Olivia.
Hi, good afternoon, Madam President and Commissioners. This agenda item concerns 4 petitions filed by Green Skies Clean Energy, Standard Solar, and Onyx Renewable Partners requesting an extension of the deadline within the Transition Incentive, or TI program, and the project's conditional acceptance as public entity projects. The TI program, established on December 6, 2019, was established as a bridge between the legacy SRP and the to-be-developed successor solar incentive program. The TI program portal opened to new applications on May 1st, 2020, and closed on August 27th, 2021. By order dated August 17th, 2022, the board granted a blanket extension to all public entities with solar projects in the TI program, subject to demonstrating that certain specified conditions apply. The 2022 order established a process by which petitioners may apply for up to 2 6-month extensions in the TI program registration deadline. Green Skies filed 2 petitions on August 17th, 2023 and September 8th, 2023 for extensions for 6 projects. Per the Public Entity 2022 order, petitioner received 2 6-month extensions for each project encompassed in these petitions, extending their deadlines by 12 months. Standard Solar filed a petition on August 23rd, 2023, seeking public entity incentives for 5 projects, as well as extensions on the basis of necessary roof restoration and various delays relating to construction, scheduling, permitting, and procurement. Petitioner originally registered the 5 projects in the TI program in July 2021, but later canceled their TI registration and entered these projects into the ADI program. Following the issuance of the 2022 order, petitioner wished to reinstate their TI registrations. Onyx Renewable Partners filed a petition on November 30th, 2023 for extensions for 2 projects on the basis of administrative deficiencies. Based on thorough review, staff found that these petitions did not establish sufficient grounds to waive the board's rules and TI program requirements, and recommends that the board deny the request for extensions under the TI program. Provided that Green Skies and Onyx's projects satisfy all other eligibility requirements and program rules, staff recommends that these systems be eligible for the ADI program. As Standard Solar's projects have achieved commercial operation pursuant to the ADI program, Staff recommends those registrations should continue to be processed upon issuance of the order in this matter.
So moved.
Second?
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue,
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul,
Yes.
Commissioner Bange,
Yes.
and President Gusagami.
Yes, thank you. Dr. Witherell, ready and waiting. Trying to move us to the end here quickly.
All right,
9A.
do my best.
I meant you were trying to.
Maybe that's it. Well, good afternoon, Madam President and Commissioners. This item pertains to revenue reviews for double payments as defined in the ZEC Act and the Board's ZEC program. By order dated April 27th, 2021, the Board awarded zero emission certificates, or ZECs, to 3 New Jersey nuclear generating plants, Salem 1, Salem 2, and Hope Creek. ZECs were awarded for the second ZEC eligibility period, or ZEC 2, which comprises energy years 2023, 2024, and 2025. By order dated May 20th, 2020, the Board directed staff to analyze the information submitted by ZEC recipients and to conduct an annual revenue review and identify any payments, credits, or revenue duplicative for the purposes defined in the Act as fuel diversity, resilience, air quality, or other environmental attributes. Staff has reviewed and analyzed certified data submitted by the owners of the units selected to receive ZECs for energy year 2024. Staff found no evidence of double payments for purposes described in the Act. Staff is, however, aware that these same nuclear units are eligible for a federal tax credit beginning in tax year 2024 for the same purposes as New Jersey ZECs. Staff will review any and all relevant information that could pertain to double payments once the owners of the units have filed their corporate federal income taxes later this year. Staff's findings were posted for public review and comment on September 9th, 2024. Comments were received from the owners of the nuclear units who received ZECs and from New Jersey Rate Council. No commenters disagreed with staff's findings. Therefore, staff recommends that the Board accept and adopt staff's review and find that, as of the date of the published annual revenue review, qualified nuclear units awarded ZECs for energy year 2024 have not received double payments as of this time for attributes as described by the ZEC Act.
So moved.
Second?
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue,
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul,
Yes.
Commissioner Bange,
Yes.
and President Gusagami.
Yes. Thanks, Dr. Witherell.
Thank you.
Stacy can't wait to jump in your seat. All right, we have late starter A.
This matter relates to the basic generation service auctions for rates that will go into effect beginning June 1st, 2025, if the Board approves and certifies the results. The BGS CIEP auction was conducted on February 7th, representing approximately 2,611 megawatts of load. The BGS CIEP auction lasted 20 rounds with all 35 tranches filled. The auction started with 8 registered bidders and finished with 7 winning bidders. The dollar per megawatt day winning prices are as follows. For ACE, $605.22. For JCP&L, $625.21. For PSE&G, $696.05. And for Rockland, $566.54. The BGS RSCP auction was conducted on February 10th, representing approximately 4,945 megawatts of load. The RSCP auction lasted 22 rounds with all 54 tranches filled by the auction. It started with 16 registered bidders and finished with 11 winning bidders. The cents per kilowatt hour winning prices are as follows. ACE,
11.050, JCP&L 11.096, PSE&G 10.736, and Rockland 11.615. The auction manager responsible for the 2025 auctions was NERA. The auctions were also continuously monitored by staff and Bates White. NERA and Bates White have both provided post-auction checklists that have been reviewed by staff, which include in-depth analysis on how the auctions were conducted. Both the independent analyses are consistent and indicate that the auctions proceeded without interruption according to the board-approved auction rules in an acceptably fair and transparent manner, and recommend that the board certify the results. Staff also recommends that the board certify the final results of the auctions in their entirety and approve the closing prices for each EDC. Staff further recommends the board direct the EDCs to execute the necessary documents with winning bidders, including the supplier master agreements, implement the BGS rates resulting from the auctions beginning June 1st, 2025, and file tariffs reflecting those rates 7 days after the results of the PJM third incremental RPM auction, or no later than April 1st, 2025.
Thank you.
So moved.
Second?
So just a couple of things from me. Just first, thanks for all of your work. I know it's a tight time frame, so appreciate everybody, both the staff and our consultant, in trying to turn these things around as quickly as possible. And I think the participation was very good, and so that is helpful. No one likes to see bill increases, so we understand that, and we are committed to doing everything that we can at this department to ensure that we are keeping prices as low as possible. This again is a pass-through cost, and is a culmination of a lot of factors over the last year. We have an increase in supply, or an increase in demand. We have a tightening of supply, in part because of some interconnection delays. So we would like to see those projects that are waiting to interconnect get online and help provide additional generation capacity, particularly clean capacity, and a lot of that queue is made up of clean capacity. There are also some market rule issues which we, the administration, this agency, the governor has been out in front of, that are contributing to these prices. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure that people have the ability to pay their bills. That's the most important thing that we can do when we think about providing customer assistance and our energy assistance programs. So as I mentioned earlier, we have an energy assistance day next week to help people to fill out their applications. We have a lot of programs available, USF, there's the federal LIHEAP program, there's the PAGE program. So there is a lot of help available for people to pay their bills. We're also in the midst of winter termination, which prevents you from being shut off for non-payment for eligible customers. So there are a lot of programs available to help support getting people energy assistance. We also have clean energy programs that can help people to lower their costs, particularly community solar and energy efficiency. So we are doing everything we can, and we do encourage residents, customers to contact their utilities for support, contact us to get help when they need it. So thank you, and thanks, Stacy. Other questions or comments?
Just briefly, these are not very happy results. Prices are going up. We understand that. This is a downstream effect of the BRA auction earlier this summer, which is the culmination of many factors over many years. The good news is, and the encouraging news is, that these market forces and signals will encourage people to invest, which will inevitably have the effect of lowering prices as capacity increases and as generation follows suit. So, Stacy, thank you and your team very much. Our consultant did a good job making sure that this did reflect actual market conditions in a very transparent and open way. We're pleased with that, but we are not resting on any of those laurels. We know we have a lot of work to do, and we will continue with the state to do as much as we can to reduce costs, not just for people on any side of the spectrum, but for businesses, middle-class families, and everyone included, because it's equally important for people to find an affordable place to stay and to live and work in New Jersey. So, great job.
Anything else, commissioners, on the line?
And for me.
No.
All right. Roll call, please.
On the motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delue,
Yes.
Commissioner Abdul,
Yes.
Commissioner Bange,
Yes.
President Gul
Yes. Thanks, Stacy. Thanks, everyone. We have reached the end of our agenda. This might be an outside record for time today. If there is or anything else, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Thanks, guys. Have a great day. For her.